Street art, an art that is usually displayed in a community on surrounding buildings, streets, and other publicly viewed areas, dates back to the 1970s. Other terms for this type of art can be urban art, guerrilla art, independent public art, post graffiti, and neo graffiti. Many instances come in the form of guerrilla art, which is composed to make a public statement about the society that the artist lives within. Many artists see urban space as an untapped format for personal artwork, while others may appreciate the challenges and risks that are associated with installing illicit artwork in public places. A common motive is that creating art in a format which utilizes public space allows artists who may otherwise feel disenfranchised to reach a much broader audience than other styles or galleries would allow. Quote, "From the beginning, this art form was meant to be transgressive. In a world dominated by global branding, graffiti alienated the power of commercialism and government infrastructure. Street art was often viewed negatively by politicians in more affluent communities because it was associated with gang culture. But the artwork served as a way for disenfranchised groups of citizens to express their dissatisfaction with society." Unquote. I know a lot of people view street art as vandalism or they associate it with gang affiliation, but I do not think this is the case. The pieces that are created on these buildings are masterpieces. They are intricate pieces of art. A lot of emotion and thought go into them. I believe that artists tend to be drawn to the streets because they have nowhere to express what they really want to show. A canvas is just not big enough. The walls are their canvases. I am not drawn to museum type of art because it doesn't catch my attention like the abstract work on the streets do. How does one create such an elaborate piece on the side of a building? I live in Austin, Texas, and besides being the music capital of the world, the streets of downtown are filled with tons of art located on sides of buildings. Unfortunately, some of these pieces are being ripped down due to new infrastructure. On my free time, I enjoy going downtown and just driving to see what new pieces I can find. Our art critique we did was based on a piece I found just driving around down random streets. And I actually got in contact with the artist of the piece and found out he has many pieces around Austin, which I've decided to include in this project because I enjoyed his first piece so much. A lot of the artists that I have seen have very interesting backgrounds and they use their upbringings and experiences to make their artwork come to life. Through this presentation, I'm going to show you 3 different examples. First being a specific artist in Austin who has a lot of different pieces throughout the streets. Second being a mural on a side of the building that recreates a famous show in Austin called Esther's Follies. And third being Hope Outdoor Gallery, which features many artists and is constantly changing. Hugh Loing. Hugh Loing, formerly known as Luis Angelo, was born in Caracas, Venezuela, and immigrated to the United States when he was 11 years old, not knowing a lick of English. 20 years later, he identifies himself as a Venezuelan living in the United States through his art. Social issues, politics, and pop culture appear off and on throughout his work. He has been blessing the streets in Austin with murals for the past 10 years. The medium for his work is mainly paint. He uses bright abstract colors to make his work stand out on these buildings and walls. Quote, "Murals are a fantastic way to create art that can be enjoyed by anyone and everyone. It doesn't have to hang in a gallery. You don't have to go to an art opening to enjoy it. It is out there for all to see. No matter what color your skin is or how much money you have in the bank, it is art for the masses." Unquote. His work is raw and reflects him. El 23 de Enero was a piece he did on the side of a building here in Austin. His focal point was a young boy, which actually reflected Hugh Loing himself. This represented him being young, growing up in the slums of Venezuela, about to move to the United States. This piece portrayed the hope for the future, a better life for him, and here he is now creating these masterpieces in Austin. Esther's Follies. Quote, "Esther's Follies has been Austin's answer to SNL, entertaining Austinites and visitors alike with satire, sketches, magic, and musical numbers that span the political divide, performed by some of Austin's most talented actors and entertainers." Unquote. Their acts and performances are based on current events, just with a fun spin on them. This mural, located on the side of their building, features some of their scenes and acts that have been performed. This mural is colorful and vibrant, which is an automatic eye-grabber. Esther's Follies has been around for 40 years and is named after the actor Esther Williams. This mural tells a story. It is not just one piece. It is several pieces that create something for the viewer. It brings you into a fantasy, including dragons, lions, acrobats, and much more. Just from looking at it, I felt like I was in a different world. This is the art I love. I like to be drawn in, and I like to imagine I am somewhere else. The medium for this mural is paint. The artists Carry On use different colors and focal points to make each individual piece come together as one. On was a part of the actual production for 30 years and in 2011 decided to retire from the Follies. Besides performing at Esther's Follies, On was a comedian, muralist, and cartoonist. The Esther's Follies piece was created in 2015, but On has also created several other murals throughout Austin, with the first being dated back to 1977 when he was just a college student at the University of Texas. Each one is very different from the others. He uses different styles and techniques to create each of his pieces. Hope Outdoor Gallery. Hope Outdoor Gallery is a gallery that is all outdoors downtown Austin. The best thing about this gallery is that it changes every day. Every time you go, you will see several new pieces of art. This outdoor gallery is completely open to the public. Anyone can go and create their own piece. The medium of all the art here is spray paint. Quote, this educational project is managed by the nonprofit Hope Events and was officially launched in March 2011 with the help of contemporary artist Shepard Fairley. It is the only paint park of its kind in the USA and was developed to provide muralists, street artists, art education classes, and community groups the opportunity to display large art pieces driven by inspirational, positive, and educational messaging. Unquote. I have been to this outdoor gallery several times, and I love how it is constantly changing, and I love how many people are there every time I go. The passion that some of the artists have here is incredible. There are people that create very large-scale murals in this gallery. I think that this is an amazing place to have for inspiring artists. This gives them a place to create their work and gives them a large enough canvas to do it. Quote, over the past 5 years, the scope of the Hope Outdoor Gallery has broadened based on the response from local families, community members, and the Austin creative class. It has become an inspirational outlet and creative destination for all that come to visit and is recognized as one of the top 10 artistic destinations in Texas. Unquote. This outdoor gallery has also been benefiting Austin since 2011 in many ways. It has created jobs for artists, foster kid programs, children's birthday parties, yoga classes, marriage proposals, and much more. It is incredible that art can create so much positive impact and happiness on a large community like Austin. Street art is an amazing type of art that was first created for political reasons but now has come a long way. Street art is a very broad term. There are specific genres including optical illusions, political, music, freedom, social justice, peace, feminism, and the list can go on and on. I was born in San Luis Obispo and spent about half my life there, and I don't think we notice the art in the streets as much as you might say in LA or San Francisco, but I know it is there, it just has to be found. Through this project, I have seen many different pieces, searched and drove several miles. I am glad to have discovered the things I discovered, and I have truly realized how unique each piece of art really is. Every artist has their own style, and this is shown throughout their work. No medium, line, or technique is the same with each artist. I will continue to explore the art that is located throughout the streets of Austin while I live here. I think that this type of art is very intriguing, and people should pay more attention to it. You really never know what you will find and how it will touch you.